From Big Pala Mixmaster Blo Papa God right through to Stuck One, our most widely spoken language, Tok Pisin, has certainly given us some colourful expressions. What do you think, ladies? Are there any funny Tok Pisin expressions that...
Well, I don't know where Stuck One came from. If somebody can explain it to me, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Stuck One came, it all started when this lady went to buy a pair of leggings and she didn't know what they were called, so she said, she's trying to describe the leggings and she goes, this la stuck one stuff. So that's where I have
the
from.
ones that stick to your legs.
Oh my God. So they've termed it now to mean what? Is it something affectionate or what is it? It's like...
I think, well, the way it's used, it seems to mean sexy.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's like, you know, they'll go, you stuck one, yeah, which means,
Shapey.
Shapely. But it is funny how this Tok Pisin language has evolved. It's a hybrid language. It's got words that come from Tolai language, from Malay, from German, from Portuguese. And then we've kind of taken it to another level.
Oh, I had the security at where I live. I did my hair, as everyone can see. And I went down and I was like, oh, look at my hair, isn't it nice? And he goes, you need addition it. So I said, huh? He says, addition it. I said, what does that mean? He goes, add more stuff and condition it. So it's addition it. Classic. And then he goes, if you want it to be like a Papuan lady's hair, like really soft, you have to add fluffy to it. So what's fluffy? Yeah, add fluffy. Relaxer, apparently. So I just learned that the other day.
I mean, what was that story you were telling me about the opposition leader saying something? I know we don't want to talk about politics on this show, but what was he describing?
Well, the opposition leader said something in relation to the current government and said, Papua New Guinea is becoming Yalibupangianized.
Yalibupangianization.
The Yalibupangianization of Papua New
Guinea. Oh, goodness.
There's also this interesting term, Bos Blanglewa.
Oh my God.
Bos Blanglewa. You know, it's funny to know that the heart is involuntary, like you can make it works on its own, but then we're turning it to something that needs a boss to work.
Outsourcing that.
But the one funny thing I came across was when I was in primary school and we had to move from the village to the town. So, I had to step up from speaking English. So I decided to, with my friends that we should start speaking English. And one of my friends, she decided, we were telling a story and I was relating to her about a guy. And then she goes up and say, "Who man?" It's a straight translation from Tok Pisin. Husait man? Husait man?
Instead of which man?
But it's great, it's moving, the language is changing and evolving, I guess, to suit the generation, but too many shortcuts, I think. Anyway.
Look, I'm an old-fashioned person, and I get very frustrated when I see these shortcuts happening. And, like we don't say belong anymore, it's blo, B-L-O. Tasol is now chol.
Yeah.
And, I'm just like, no, this is just not right.
Anymore, it's bliu, like
B-L-I-U. Bliu. Yeah, bliu.
And boy, and like with the B-W-O.
It will soon become bo.
Yeah, but like a lot of people have asked me about that in my introduction when I said about Big Pala Mixmaster Belong Papa God. So that was a term that was way back in the 50s, like in the colonial times, and that was basically what was widely regarded as the Tok Pisin word for helicopter.
Wow.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Something else.
Because there's a mixmaster, which is the thing that spins to whip the cake cream.
That's right.
And it's up in the air, so we've had some crazy expressions in Tok Pisin language, that's for sure.
Definitely. Now with social media, people can just talk how they speak, and it kind of becomes normal. Like people just associate those words.
Yeah, I mean, in that context, in social media, I think it's probably okay. But in a formal profession, like if someone sends me emails and they start doing that kind of thing, I just think it's really unprofessional. Yeah, it's too
Especially
casual.
when they start calling you blood. Like,
Yeah.
We're not related. Okay.
I'm not your bro. All right? Well, we're going to take a short break now, and we'll be back shortly to wrap things up.